So, Andy, why don't you tell us a bit of information about your background, your family, your interests, a few things about that?
Yeah, so I'm married to Katie. We've been married for 6 years now, and we have two beautiful little girls. Anna is 3.5, and Bethany is 8 months old. Now, Anna is our Australian souvenir. She was born in Australia, so but Bethany was born here in back in the States in the Wheaton area. And for fun, I like to play basketball and also enjoy. Right now we're growing a little bit of a garden in our backyard, and it's fun to have all the neighbor kids come by and pick some tomatoes from our tomato plants and see what veggies are ready for eating. So those are a few things that occupy my time
Gorgeous.
and that I do for fun.
What about where you work? Can you tell us a bit about where you work and what that's like?
Yeah, so I work at Wheaton College, and my role is to be an assistant professor of Old Testament and Hebrew. And basically, Wheaton College is a liberal arts college that is built on an evangelical Christian heritage. So a lot of the students that I'm teaching right now are non-Bible majors, and teaching them intro to the Bible. Every student's required to take an intro to the Old Testament class. So I get art students, English lit students, history students, philosophy students, and any major that you can think of. And they're coming into my class, and I have to convince them, that learning about the Old Testament is important, and then from there, to help them see how vital it is to their lives as Christians and its relevance for all of life. So that's the main focus of what I have. And then I also teach Bible major subjects as well, more advanced subjects. But most of what I'm doing is investing in liberal arts students and teaching Old Testament, as well as teaching beginning Hebrew to foreign language majors. So,
That's very different then to your work when you were here at Ridley College. I guess
yeah,
you you had people who actually really wanted to learn about God in those classes.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
mm,
Yeah, you didn't have to convince the students at Ridley that, hey, it's important to
mm,
study the Bible. They're at
mm,
theological college for a reason.
mm,
Yeah, and so there's a joy of teaching at Ridley for students, especially as they were thinking about training for ministry and coming alongside them, helping them develop the skills they need for interpreting
mm,
scripture and looking at, say, a book like Isaiah for an entire
mm,
semester and see kind of the dots connect on the message of the book, and excitement grow for seeing its relevance for ministry and for their lives.
mm. So you taught Isaiah here, and you gave us some beautiful material for the Ridley Certificate. Tell us a bit more about what you hope people will get out of the Ridley Certificate Isaiah subject.
Yeah, so teaching as I taught subjects at Ridley on Isaiah, and as I led a number of workshops on Isaiah for pastors or for people in the local church while I was at Ridley, I started getting a sense of how important it is to help students and people who are interested in studying the Bible, to give them a sense for the themes
Mm,
of the book and the overall kind of schema, if you will, of the book that revolves around God being the king, which is something that occurs throughout the entire book. And so I began to see, in my own way of understanding the book, and B, in teaching it to others, that it's really helpful to kind of break things down in terms of God being the king
mm,
within the book of Isaiah, and then him having his agents or his lead agents, the Davidic king, servant, and also the king having a community. What should God's kingdom people look like? And then finally, where is the kingdom? Wrestling with the realm of God's kingdom. So my hope is that people who would take the Ridley certificate would have a bigger sense of, hey, what's kind of that thematic core to Isaiah's message, and then when they go back to Isaiah and read it for themselves, they're picking up on this and saying,
mm,
oh, okay, yes, I can see and grasp what the message of the book of Isaiah is. So that would be my hope, is that students would kind of get an orientation through these videos and through the Ridley Certificate. And then they'll be mobilized for the rest of their life to really soak up the riches that there are in the book of Isaiah.
Tell us a bit more about those riches, because you've been studying Isaiah for a long time, and what motivates you? What intrigues you? What do you love about that book so much?
Well, it's kind of a love-hate relationship, you know. Well, maybe not love-hate. It's more like, let's say, me meeting my wife for the first time. There's this attractiveness, this intrigue, but there's also this veil of mystery, and that's a lot of what I experience and still experience as I study Isaiah is, what exactly is the book here saying? And I think that sense of that there is an unbelievable depth to the riches of Isaiah that I, even as someone who's spent a lot of time in Isaiah, feel like I'm just beginning to really grasp, not just intellectually, but appropriate in my own life and heart and worship and way I live and view life in the world. That I think that intrigue, that sense that there's a lot here that I quickly forget or lose touch of, is what pulls me back. But that's kind of balanced by the tastes that I get in the book of God, you know, of Isaiah 6, which we see in, we discuss in one of the videos, of this vision of a holy king, and that sense of awe that kind of grows out of that. So, while also the conviction that comes, and where we recognize where we stand before this holy king. And then there's the glimmer of God showing this amazing grace to his servant Isaiah, forgiving him, as we see symbolized through the coal touching his lips, or another vantage point in God's kingship, where you see a vision and hope of God coming as this kind of tender shepherd king to save and care for his people. So as I get tastes, if you will, of God and his greatness from all these vantage points, I think there's something that gives life and refines our souls, and that kind of keeps drawing me back for more and more.
Thanks, Andy, for sharing your love of Isaiah. And I hope that that has actually excited everybody about checking it out. And you can check it out on the Ridley Certificate website, or just like our Facebook page and find out some more information.